Andy Farrell has named his Irish squad for the 2026 Six Nations. You got to feel for guys like Zach Ward, Josh Kenny, who've been outstanding at club level this year. And I'd say James Lowe is a very lucky man to be included in the squad. Big question, is the squad strong enough to go on and win the Six Nations this year? Two uncapped players in Edwin Idogbo and Nathan Doak, who have been playing extremely well for Munster and Ulster, respectively. Jamie Osborne and Hugo Keenan included in the squad, who haven't played rugby in a long while, although they are two absolute gun players. And with only 18 months out from the Rugby World Cup, only two uncapped players named in the squad, there's got to be a plan. Andy Farrell has got to have something up his sleeve, but nonetheless, a strong squad named, and we're just gonna get straight into it. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the squad? Who's there that shouldn't be there? Who isn't there that should be there? Love to hear your guys' thoughts, Irish fans. Let me know in the comments. And let's just get straight into it. So your Ireland squad for the Six Nations this year. In the forwards, you got Tom O'Hearn, Finlay Bealham, Tyger Byrne, Jack Boyle, Thomas Clarkson, Jack Conan, Caelan Doris, captain, Edwin Idogbo, uncapped player, Tyg Furlong, Ronan Callagher, Jeremy Luffman, Joe McCarthy, Michael Milne, Tom O'Toole, Cian Prendergast, James Ryan, Dan Sheehan, Tom Stewart, Nick Timoney, Josh Van der Fleer. Obviously Andrew Porter, Paddy McCarthy not being there, it's a strong squad up front. There's not much questions there. There's not much guys missing out there. Again, I'm not like fully into the know-abouts of Irish rugby. I love following it, but I don't feel like there's anyone there that shouldn't be there, and I don't feel like there's someone there or that isn't there, if that makes sense. Again, I could be totally wrong. Let me know in the comments who in the forwards isn't there that should be there and who is there that shouldn't be there. In the backs, Bundy Arki, Robert Ballacone, I hope that's how you say his surname, Harry Byrne, Craig Casey, Jack Crowley, Nathan Doak, Tom Farrell, Kieran Frawley, Jamison Gibson Park, Hugo Keenan, James Lowe, Stuart McCloskey, Tommy O'Brien, Jamie Osborne, Sam Prendergast, Gary Ringrose, and Jacob Stockdale. Again, also very strong backline, but also I feel like Andy Farrell has definitely picked James Lowe off the back of what he has done previously for Ireland, not off the back of his form at the moment, because his form at the moment has been subpar, and you've got guys like Kenny, Zach Ward, who are scoring tries for fun, who are explosive, electric, exciting as well. And you wonder there, just sticking with the old guard and not bringing in some exciting new blood that could add a bit of spice to the squad. That's my little take on that. But we'll get into some of the depth again, or get into all the positions and kind of the depth around it. Let me know in the comments, as always, who's in there that shouldn't be there and who isn't there who should be there. We'll say I'm super excited for guys like Tom Stewart, Robert Ballacone, Harry Byrne to be in there. Big question will be how they'll be used, how much time they'll get, but very excited to see those guys in, adding a bit of depth to those different positions. So in the front row, obviously no Porter, no McCarthy, guys that's the two injuries in the front row. I think there might be someone else I'm missing. But guys like Furlong, Boyle, Bealham, Milne, Clarkson, O'Toole, Luffman will have to step up massively. Like there's still depth there. There's still a bunch of guys there that have played for Ireland. Yes, maybe only a handful of games, but I mean Furlong has played plenty of games. Bealham has played in a few or quite a few. Clarkson, O'Toole. So there is, yes, maybe not the experience. You're obviously missing out on a lot of experience in Porter, a lot of excitement in the front row from Paddy McCarthy. I love what he's brought to Leinster and to Ireland. But there is guys there. So I don't think you can use injuries in the front row as too much of an excuse, because there is guys there that have been playing first-class rugby for a long time. Okay, so we'll just see how they adapt to the big stage is international rugby, and the big stage that is Six Nations, because scrum time is going to be super important. For the locks, you've got guys like, obviously, Joe McCarthy is there, Tyke Byrne is there, Edwin Edogbo, a new blood who can play there, he can cover in the back rows, where Tom O'Hearn is there, James Ryan is obviously there. Guys that have been there, done that, and then a little bit of extra or new spice in Edogbo to come in. Love that. No questions around that. I've also just noticed no Ryan Beard. Interesting one there, being left out of the squad. Whether he's injured or not, he might be injured actually, but no Ryan Beard. Just noticed that as well. Someone who can cover lock and the back row. So I think we're fine at lock time or in the second row. In the back row is probably where you're most stacked. You've got guys like Jack Conan, Caelan Doris, Josh van der Fleer, Kian Prendergast, Nick Timoney. There's more than enough. James Ryan can probably cover in the back row. Edogbo can probably cover in the back row. There's plenty of back row options. It's how they'll make that up. So I'm guessing Caelan Doris starts because captain Josh van der Fleer definitely starts because one of the best players in World Rugby. Then do you look at someone like Jack Conan or Kian Prendergast, or depending on how you want to go about it, someone like Nick Timoney gets in there, disrupting ruck time, him and Josh van der Fleer together, that's nice as well. And then you can have someone like Jack Conan and Kian Prendergast coming off the bench, bringing on that extra added spice and intensity, and just to keep the physicality and intensity up high. So I think the back row, you're fine. I didn't even mention in the hookers, so Ronan Callagher, Tom Stewart, Dan Sheehan, that goes with the front rowers. You're fine there. You're fine. You got Dan Sheehan to start. You can have someone like Tom Stewart that comes on that brings kind of a similar style play to Dan Sheehan, down on the edges, running with the ball. Like, I think Ronan Callagher, like, very safe, but not adding much with ball carries, where you look at some of the best, and now I'm comparing to the best hookers in the world, but Dan Sheehan, Malcolm Marks, Cody Taylor, these guys nail their fundamentals as a hooker, but then can also run with the ball and are pests at ruck time. Like, they add that to the game as well. I think Tom Stewart can bring that in, especially in ball carries. Very strong ball carrier. So 9 and 10s, you've obviously got Gibson Park, Craig Casey, and Nathan Doak, the 9s, which is great options to have. I think they go with Jamison Gibson Park to start. And then the 10s, you've got Prendergast, Crowley, Harry Byrne. Like, who do you start there? Who do you start? Again, I think maybe it could come down to kicking as well, kicking a goal, where, yes, if you play Nathan Doak, he could kick the goal, but Gibson Park is that much better. So you're probably starting Gibson Park. Then at 10, it's how they want to play. And are you okay with giving up, missing 2 or 3 kicks a goal? Because that's what Sam Prendergast and Jack Crowley are going to give you, is they'll kick out of 5 kicks, they're probably kicking 2 or 3 over. Where Harry Byrne, out of 5, he's kicking 5 or 4 over. So that's probably my biggest question mark, especially around the 10s. And when it comes to it, when it's those close games, you need to be applying scoreboard pressure. Are you okay with giving up 2 or 3 kicks being missed? On the other hand, Sam Prendergast with ball in hand, really good. And that's how we know Ireland can play. Quick ball, neat little plays, backs and forwards interplaying, ball right up in the defensive line, making those late options at the line. Sam Prendergast is one of the best in the game for that. So that's a big question mark there. It's centre. So we've got guys like, obviously, Bundy Archie, Gary Ringrose, but then Tom Farrell, Stuart McCloskey, like who, what, where, how? Do you leave Bundy Archie off the bench? Does he come on? Do you leave him totally out? Start guys like Stuart McCloskey, Tom Farrell, Gary Ringrose. Gary Ringrose still offers a lot at outside centre, especially defensively. Outstanding. Also, just seeing no Henshaw, which is to be, I think, I wouldn't say expected, but I'd rather have Tom Farrell in there and Stuart McCloskey over Henshaw. So who do they go with at centre? You do have a lot of options there, but I'd love to see a bit more time or game time for someone like Tom Farrell. Been outstanding for Munster. Give him game time. And then in the back three, again, I'll say it again, James Lowe, very lucky to be there. I know he adds a lot with his left boot, and probably because he's been in there and done that a lot, he adds a lot with the senior group. But just like out and out playing and form at the moment, Zach Ward and Josh Kenny, miles ahead. Just their ability, just with ball in hand, explosive, like lightning fast, just gives you that, you like sit a little bit more forward on your seat when they get the ball. And especially if you're a defender, you're a bit more on your toes. Where I don't think if James Lowe gets the ball, yes, he's got a strong handoff and he's got the big left boot. But who would you rather defend, Lowe or Kenny? I would rather defend James Lowe, for sure. But then you've got guys like Ringrose now, Jamie Osborne, Tommy O'Brien, Hugo Keenan's there, Jamie Osborne's there. There's Robert Abelacone. I hope that's how you say his surname. There's a lot of options in the back three. Okay. Who do you, I think Tommy O'Brien is a definite in. If Hugo Keenan is fully fit, he's a definite in. But Jamie Osborne's really good as well. Kieran Frawley is there as well. So he's the option at fullback, or he's a good option off the bench because he can cover that many positions. Lots of question marks. I'll definitely be putting out a predicted match day 23 before the France game in round 1. Oh, man. But as always, Irish fans, non-Irish fans, what do you guys think of the squad? Is this squad strong enough to go on and win the Six Nations this year? That's probably the big question. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.